When cleaning your vehicle by valeting, steaming, waxing, or polishing, make sure the engine is also sound. Servicing your vehicle with Gold synthetic oil and any quality Gold oil massages the engine, removes deposit, protects it from wear and tear for longer lasting performance, and makes your vehicle feel pampered. Made for diesel and super engines. Remember, after every 15,000 kilometers of enjoying your ride, service your engine with Gold synthetic oil.
Well, you're a champion. That's why I, Azuma Nelson, 3 times world boxing champion and a patriot, always choose Goil.
Ashene Pankasa. Goil.
2018 edition of the National Science and Math Quiz. We are in the quarterfinals, the money zone, sponsored by GCB. Each question in this round, or each question at this stage of competition, is worth 5 Ghana cedis. At the end of the contest, the total will be calculated and given to each of the 3 contestants for each school, plus 1 teacher from each school. This means nobody goes away empty-handed, unless, of course, you earn a negative score, which I haven't yet seen. All right, so the contest is a 5th quarterfinal contest, and it features KETA Senior High Technical School, KOFORIDUA SecTech, and Archbishop Porter Girls Senior High School. Let's meet the contestants. KETA Senior High Technical School. KETA Senior High Technical School is represented by
Alku Godfred, final year. Seshi Daniel, final year. Seshi Daniel, final year.
You're welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Hey, you're too busy. Nobody wants to chat with me today. All right, I'll ask you just one question. One question. What should we expect?
Expecting God's hand.
God's hand.
Yes.
Best wishes. KOFORIDUA SecTech. KOFORIDUA SecTech is represented by
They do 1 point St. Gabriel, final year.
Felix Amponsa, final year.
You're welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you, madam.
How are you doing?
Yeah, great, thank you.
Are you also in a pensive mood?
No.
So you want to chat?
Not really.
Not really. Okay, I won't bother you then. I just need to find out what to expect from you.
Oh, nothing really, but first of all, we want to say we are grateful unto the Almighty Father for the win in our previous contest. And we know that He acknowledged His presence in this contest too, for the victory He has already given us.
All right. Best wishes.
Thank you.
Archbishop Porter Girls Senior High School. Archbishop Porter Girls Senior High School is represented by
Nani Fokwinwa Kujo, final year.
Usoni Victoria, final year.
You are welcome, ladies.
Thank you.
How are you doing?
We are fine, thank you.
Good. Are you also in a pensive mood?
No.
You'd like to chat a bit?
Sure.
Yes. I think I said it last time, Victoria. With a voice like this, you must be singing somewhere. Are you? No singing. Kwenwa. No singing for you either?
No.
None. Okay. All right. I think we need to move on. So I'm going to ask, what should we expect in this contest?
We expect to do beyond normal, beyond average, beyond the best.
All right. I wish you well.
Thank you. The thing is pulling my...
Viewers, we've met the contestants. They are in a pensive mood. They are in a hurry to start the contest. So I shouldn't waste much time. But I do need to acknowledge that the National Science and Math Quiz is sponsored by the Ghana Education Service through the Conference of Heads of Assisted Secondary Schools. We also have support from GCB Bank, Accra College of Medicine, Medifem Multi-Specialist Hospital and Fertility Center, Lancaster University, Ghana, Academic City College, West African Center for Cell Biology of Infectious Pathogens, WACBIB, Awake Purified Drinking Water, GTP, MFA Jewelry, and Hottie Makeup. The mentorship sessions are sponsored by Bond Savings and Loans and RMG Ghana, and SciTech Fair 2018 was sponsored by Goyle, Prudential Life Insurance Ghana, and Talo Ghana Limited. Our media sponsors are City FM and Joy News. This is a primetime production. My name is Elsie Kaufman, and I'm your quiz mistress. Contestants, the contest comes to you in 5 rounds, as usual. The first round is a round for fundamental concepts. The questions are simple and direct. I'm expecting simple and direct answers from you. If you answer your major question correctly, 3 points. If the question is incorrectly answered, it becomes available to the 2 other schools. A school may ring and attempt an answer. If the answer is right, a bonus point. If it's incorrect, there's a penalty, 1 point. For questions that require calculations, you have a maximum of 30 seconds to present your answer. If there are no calculations involved, you have a maximum of 10 seconds to do so. All of the questions, all of them, are to be attempted once only. Best wishes to all 3 schools. The first set of questions will require about 30 seconds of your time. And I have a preamble to all schools, after which I'll come to you, KOFORIDUA SecTech. All right, so this is a preamble. A lot of information can be obtained from animal metabolism by comparing respiratory quotients. Find the respiratory quotients for the indicated substrates in the following reactions. And please give your answer to 3 significant figures. Did you get the preamble? Yes. All right. So for you, KOFORIDUA SecTech, try palmitin as a substrate, and the reaction is 2C51H98O6 plus 145O2 going to 102 CO2 plus 98 H2O. Felix, is your hand up?
Okay, Madam, please, we have the respiratory coefficient to be 0.672.
That's incorrect for bonus. The right answer is 0.703. With the same preamble, KETA Senior High Technical School, triolane is the substrate, and the equation C57H104O6 plus 80O2 going to 57CO2 plus 52H2O. Is that hand up? Daniel, go ahead.
That's 0.71.
What did you say again?
0.71.
I'll give you 2 out of 3. The right answer is 0.713. Archbishop Porter girls, palmitic acid is the substrate. The equation C16H32O2 plus 23O2 going to 16CO2 plus 16H2O. Yes, Kwenua.
The respiratory quotient is 0.695.
2 out of 3. The right answer is 0.696. Now, for the benefit of our audience, respiratory quotient, very interesting. By the way, this is a problem from biology. Normally, we don't have calculations in biology, so you should have found it very, very interesting, right? Okay. So, if you want to get the respiratory coefficient or the respiratory quotient, what you do is you take the balanced equation, and then you take, so for example, let's take, for example, a glucose being respired anaerobically. You have C6H12O6 going to 2CO2 plus C2H2O5, right? To calculate the respiratory quotient, you take the 2 from the CO2 and divide by the 0 from the oxygen. Oh, I didn't even add the oxygen, plus O2. 0 from oxygen, because there's no oxygen in there, right? 0 oxygen. So for that particular calculation, you will not get any value. It's undefined. Isn't that very interesting? Okay. All right. Next set, 30 seconds. KOFORIDUA SecTech. In an experiment to characterize background radiation in a building, a Geiger-Müller counter records 100 counts in 10 seconds. Give the count rate and the error in the count. Bedu.
Okay. The count rate is 10 counts per second, and the error is 5.
2 out of 3. The count rate is right, 10 counts per second, but the error is 10. All right. KETA. A radioactive sample has an activity of 2 per second. How long must counting be done using a detector that captures all decays of the sample to obtain a relative error of 10%? Godfred.
200 counts per second.
That's incorrect. For bonus. $50 seconds. Archbishop Porter. A Geiger-Müller counter records 2,500 counts in 10 seconds. What is the percentage relative error in the count? Victoria.
2%.
You're right. Next set, 30 seconds with a preamble. Preamble to all schools. Find the second derivatives of the given function. Your function, y is equal to 3x cubed plus 5x squared plus 3x. Bedu.
We have the second derivative to be 18x plus 10.
Yes. Your function, KETA, y is equal to 2x to the power 4 plus 6x squared minus 10x. Yes, Godfred?
The second derivative is 24x squared plus 12.
Yes. Not available. Your function, y is equal to 6x to the power 5 plus 4x cubed plus 5x. Yes, Victoria?
The second derivative is 120x cubed plus 24x.
Yes. Next set, 10 seconds. Soda or soda is an alloy used to join metal surfaces. Which metals are the components of this alloy? They do.
Iron, carbon, nickel.
That's incorrect. Yes, which of you? Please raise your hand. Daniel.
Lead and tin.
Yes. Now your major question. Explain the advantage of aluminium over iron sheets as roofing sheets. Yes, Godfred.
Madam, aluminium reacts with oxygen in the air to form a thin sheet over the roofing sheet. So the roofing sheet is not able to react with other components in the atmosphere, which will enable it to rust. But the iron roofing sheet will be able to react since it does not have any protective sheet over the surface it will corrode.
Explain why aluminium sheets as roofing sheets have no advantage at the seaside. For bonus. So at the seaside, sodium chloride from the seawater attacks the thin film of oxide that is formed with air. So the aluminium sheets will rust as fast as the iron sheets. It's not stable in that kind of environment. Next set, 10 seconds. All right. Actually, this one is a single question to all 3 schools. When I get to your school, please give me a right answer so I can move on for the next different right answer. This means no bonus. All right. So listen to the question. In The Descent of Man, 1890, Charles Darwin listed the number of presumed human vestigial features, which he termed rudimentary. Name one, only one of such structures. So first choice, KOFORIDUA sectec. Bedu.
The appendix.
Yes. Which of you, Godfred? Daniel?
The causes.
Pardon?
The causes.
Okay, yes, it's the tailbone. Which of you? All right. So there are several of them. I actually have a list of 6 here. There's the wisdom teeth, the muscles of the ear, the appendix, which we got, the tailbone, which we got, the coccyx, also known as tailbone, body hair, and the semilunar fold in the corner of the eye. And these are all vestigial features. All right. Now, people, before we move on to the next set, raise your hand. If you don't raise your hand, I am at liberty to call either one of you. All right. 10 seconds. KOFORIDUA SECTEC. A hydrogen atom is in the second excited state. List in decreasing order the values the azimuthal quantum number can have. Badu.
So 0. Okay. And now we have plus 1 on 2. 1 on 2. So plus 1 on 2 minus 1 on 2.
That's incorrect. You can't be changing your mind. Yes. Victoria.
Minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, and 2.
That's incorrect. The right answer, 2, 1, 0. KETA. A hydrogen atom is in the second excited state. List in decreasing order the values the magnetic quantum number can have. Godfred.
3, 2, 1, 0, negative 1, negative 2, and negative 3.
That's incorrect. For a bonus. The right answer, 2, 1, 0, negative 1, negative 2. A hydrogen atom is in the first excited state. List in decreasing order the values the magnetic quantum number can have when the azimuthal quantum number has its greatest value. Victoria.
0, 1.
That's incorrect. For bonus. The right answer, 1, 0, negative 1. Next set, 30 seconds with a preamble to all schools. Preamble. Determine if triangle ABC is acute, obtuse, or right-angled if the lengths of the sides are... Did you get your preamble? All right. So, KOFORIDUA SECTEC. A is equal to 10 centimeters. B is equal to 7 centimeters. And C is equal to 5 centimeters. Bedu.
The triangle is an acute triangle.
That's incorrect. Which of you? Godfred.
Obtuse.
Yes. With the same preamble, your major question. A is equal to 8 centimeters. B is equal to 7 centimeters. And C is equal to 6 centimeters. Godfred.
Acute.
Yes. With the same preamble. A is equal to 7 centimeters. B is equal to 25 centimeters. And C is equal to 24 centimeters. Yes, Victoria?
It's a right angle, Sean.
Yes. Ten seconds. What type of isomerism is shown by 1-butanol and 2-butanol? Yes, Badu?
Positional isomerism.
Yes. Two-butanol is optically active while 1-butanol is not. Explain what is meant by optical activity and why 2-butanol is active. Yes, Godfred.
Optical activity is the ability of a compound to rotate the plane of a polarized light. For a compound to be optically active, it must have a chiral carbon, or it must be asymmetric, or its mirror image should not be superimposable on the image. So since 2-butanol has an asymmetric carbon inside it, the second carbon is asymmetric, so it's able to show optical activity.
Yes. Why are cis and trans 2-butene stereoisomers and not structural isomers? Kwenua?
They are stereoisomers because, yes, they are stereoisomers because there is rotation about the double-double carbon bond. However, they are geometric and yes, however, they are not structural isomers because any which way that the structure is turned, it gives the same results, the same structural formula.
I can't accept that. For bonus. Okay. So in cis and trans 2-butene, the atoms are bonded in the same way. They are bonded in the same way. However, the positions of the substituents on the double, that's the 2CH3 and 2H, differ in the orientation in space. That's why they are stereoisomers, you see. Next set, 10 seconds, and I have a preamble. Preamble to all schools. When I get to your school, I will give you a description. Give the name of the anatomical region of the stomach to which the description refers. Did you get your preamble? All right. So, contains mucus secreting glands called cardiac glands, and is where the esophagus connects to the stomach. Bedu.
The cardiac sphincter.
Okay, I'll accept it. KETA. The body or largest part of the stomach which contains the gastric glands. Did they make it on time? No. For a bonus. It's called the fundus. And people, please don't be pretending to be raising your hand and doing things like this. If it's not properly raised, you haven't raised your hand. With the same preamble. Secretes 2 types of mucus and the hormone gastrin. Yes, Kwenua?
The stomach wall.
That's incorrect. For a bonus. That's the pyloric. Next set, 30 seconds, and I have a preamble once again. Preamble to all schools. A fiber span comprises 50 kilometers of single-mode fiber of loss alpha, which is equal to 0.17 dB per kilometer, at a wavelength of 1,550 nanometers. Additional losses of 0.5 dB arise from splices and other components at the ends of the span. Did you get your preamble? A fiber span comprises 50 kilometers of single-mode fiber of loss alpha, which is equal to 0.17 dB per kilometer, at a wavelength of 1,550 nanometers. Additional losses of 0.5 dB arise from slices and other components at the ends of the span. Now, KOFORIDUA SECTEC. Find the gain in dB of an optical amplifier that just compensates the end-to-end span loss. Bedu.
Okay. We have the gain to be 0.29.
That's incorrect for bonus. The right answer is 9 dB. KETA, with the same preamble. The sensitivity of a detector for use at the end of the span is 0.1 dB meter. Find the minimum gain in dB of the optical amplifier needed when the input signal level is 1 dB meter. Yes, Godfred?
9.9. 9.9.
That's incorrect for a bonus. The right answer is 8.1 dB. With the same preamble, if an optical amplifier with a gain of 10 dB is used, find the signal level in dB meter at the end of the span for an input signal level of 1 dB meter. Yes, Victoria.
10 dB.
That's incorrect for a bonus. The right answer is 2 dB meter. Next set, 30 seconds with a preamble. Preamble to all schools. Simplify the logarithmic expression. All right, so KOFORIDUA SECTEC. Log to the base A of a to the power 5 plus 1/3 multiplied by log to the base A of 27 plus log to the base A of 2. Bedu.
Log to the base A of 6. Okay. We have 1 plus log to the base A of 6.
Yes, which of you? Victoria.
Log to the base A, 6/8 to the power 5.
Yes. The other way of putting it would have been 5 plus log to the base A of 6, not 1. All right. KETA with the same preamble. Half multiplied by log to the base A of 81 plus log to the base A of 1/4 minus log to the base A of 3/4. Daniel.
That's log to the base A of 3.
Yes. Log to the base A of 9 minus log to the base A of 8 plus log to the base A of 4/3. Kwenua.
Log to the base A of 3 out of 2.
Yes. Last set of questions, again, preamble to all schools. Consider the reaction represented by the following equation. X going to A plus B. The rate law for the reaction may be represented as rate is equal to K multiplied by concentration of X to the power C, where C is the order of the reaction with respect to X. Assume the concentration of X is X0 at time 0 seconds and XT at time T seconds. I hope you got the preamble. No response means yes. So now, KOFORIDUA SecTech. If the rate of the reaction is negative D concentration of X dt, give the integrated form of a first order reaction, that is C is equal to 1. Felix.
Madam, please, we have the integrated form to be 1/2 kx squared plus c.
That's incorrect. For bonus. Yes, which of you? Godfred.
Madam, we have ln of the concentration of X, the ln of X0 minus ln of XT equals KT, where K is the rate constant.
Again.
Ln of X0, ln of the concentration at time equals 0, that's X0, minus ln of the concentration at time T, that's XT, equals KT.
Yes. Your major question with the same preamble. If the rate of the reaction is negative dx dt, give the integrator form of a second order reaction, that is C is equal to 2. Yes, Godfred.
And, 1 over the concentration at time T, that's XT, minus 1 over the concentration of X0 equals KT.
Yes. Last question with the same preamble. For a second order reaction, the integrated form of the rate equation is 1 over the concentration of X at time t, that is 1 over xt, concentration at xt, minus 1 over concentration x naught is equal to kt. What graph can be plotted in order to obtain K? Yes, Victoria.
Let's pass through the origin. It's a straight line passing through the origin.
For a bonus. All right, so you need to plot a graph of 1 over the concentration of X at any time t versus t. If you plot such a graph, the gradient will give you K. That's the end of the first round.
When cleaning your vehicle by valeting, steaming, waxing, or polishing, make sure the engine is also sound. Servicing your vehicle with Gold synthetic oil and any quality Gold oil massages the engine, removes deposit, protects it from wear and tear for longer lasting performance, and makes your vehicle feel pampered. Made for diesel and super engines. Remember, after every 15,000 kilometers of enjoying your ride, service your engine with Gold synthetic oil.
Well, you're a champion. That's why I, Azuma Nelson, 3 times world boxing champion and a patriot, always choose Gold.
Ashene Pankasa. Gold, good energy.
The third set of physics questions, it had a preamble. A fiber span comprises 50 kilometers of single-mode fiber of loss alpha, which is equal to 0.17 dB per kilometer at a wavelength of 1,550 nanometers. And then additional losses of 0.5 dB arise from splices and other components at the end of the span. Okay, as I was reading the questions, the first question that went to KOFORIDUA sector, that was fine. When it got to the question that went to KETA Senior High Technical School, I read 0.1 dB meter. It should have been dBm, just dBm, not meter, dBm. There was another one, 1 dBm at the end. All right. And then the question that went to Archbishop Porter, it should have read, if an optical amplifier with a gain of 10 dB is used, find the signal level in dBm at the end of the span for an input level of 1 dBm. It didn't change anything. None of them had it right anyway. But for the sake of correction, dBm is different from dB meter. So that's the correction I need to make. No change in scores. At the end of the first round, Archbishop Porter Girls Senior High School has 14 points. KOFORIDUA SecTech has 14 points. KETA Senior High Technical School has 26 points. Round 2. This round is also known as a speed race. The questions in the round are directed to all 3 schools at the same time. For an opportunity to answer a question, you need to ring for it. May I hear your bell, KETA Senior High Technical School? Thank you. KOFORIDUA SecTech? Thank you. And yours, Archbishop Porter Girls? Thank you. If you ring and answer correctly on the first attempt, 3 points. On the second attempt, 2 points. On the third attempt, 1 point. Be careful though, because if you attempt to answer a question and you are unsuccessful, you lose 1 precious point. Best wishes, everyone. First set of questions, 30 seconds each. The wave with wave function, 2 centimeters multiplying sine of the expression 2 pi x over 5 minus 8 pi t. And the wave with wave function 2 centimeters multiplying sine of the expression 2 pi x over 5 minus 8 pi t plus pi over 3 are superposed. Find the amplitude of the resultant wave. The right answer is 2√3 centimeters. Next one. A soccer player kicks a soccer ball which takes off with a speed of 20.0 meters per second at an angle of 30 degrees above the horizontal. Find the horizontal range of the ball if the local acceleration due to gravity is 9.8 meters per second squared and wind and other effects on the ball can be neglected. The right answer is 35 meters. Next one. Find the magnitude of the linear momentum of a 2.0 times 10 to the power negative 16 kilogram particle moving at 0.6 times the speed of light in vacuum. Yes, which of you? Kwenua?
Please, the answer is 3.6 times 10 to the power negative 8 kilogram meter per second.
That's incorrect. Please raise your hand. Yes, Bedu.
9.6 times 10 exponent minus 8 kilogram meters per second.
That's incorrect. The right answer is 4.5 times 10 to the power negative 8 Newton second. Next set, 30 seconds each. Find the remainder R when f of x, which is equal to 4x squared minus 2x plus 5, is divided by 2x plus 1. Please raise your hand. Yes, Godfred.
5.
That's incorrect. Bedu.
13 on 2.
No. Kwenwa.
3.
No. The right answer is 7. Find the coordinates of the points on the curve y is equal to x cubed minus 3x plus 2, at which the tangent is horizontal. Bedu.
Okay, the coordinates are 1, 2. The coordinates are 1, 2, and minus 1, 4.
That's incorrect. Yes, Daniel.
Madam, the coordinates are 1, 0 and minus 1, 4.
Yes. Evaluate the trigonometric expression. Sine of 27 degrees multiplied by cosine of 33 degrees plus, yes, Godfred.
Root 3 over 2.
That's incorrect. Who rang next? Yes, go ahead, Kwenwa.
1 on 2.
That's incorrect. I continue. Plus cosine of 27 degrees multiplied by sine of 33 degrees divided by the expression cosine of 83 degrees multiplied by cosine of 23 degrees plus sine of 83 degrees multiplied by sine of 23 degrees. Bedu.
Root of 3.
Yes. Next set, 30 seconds each. And I have a preamble to all schools. Preamble. Consider, the preamble, by the way, is for all the questions. Consider the following enthalpies of formation, all in kilojoule per mole. CaSO4, solid, negative 1,483. CaSO4 dot 2H2O, negative 2,029. CaSO4 dot half H2O, negative 1,581. And H2O liquid, negative 287. That's the preamble. Now, first question. Plaster of Paris, which is solid CaSO4 dot half H2O, is used for certain broken limbs. When mixed with water, it sets to give calcium tetraoxosulfate 6 dihydrate, that is CaSO4 dot 2H2O, also known as gypsum. Calculate the enthalpy change whenever a mole of plaster of Paris sets to give gypsum. Yes, Kwenwa.
Negative 2,286 kilojoules per
That's
mole.
incorrect. Who rang next? Godfred.
Positive 1,639 kilojoules.
That's incorrect. The right answer is negative 17.5 kilojoule. Now, with the same preamble, CaSO4 occurs naturally as anhydrite. Calculate the enthalpy change whenever a mole of anhydrite absorbs water to form gypsum, which is CaSO4.2H2O. Which of you? Godfred?
Negative 1,254 kilojoules.
That's incorrect. Victoria?
Negative 2,966 kilojoules per mole.
That's incorrect. The right answer is positive 28 kilojoule per mole. Next one. At about 1,200 degrees Celsius, calcium sulfide reacts with calcium sulfate, CaSO4, to give calcium oxide and SO2 gas. Please give a balanced equation for this reaction. The right answer, CaS plus 3 CaSO4 going to 4 CaO plus 4 SO2. Last set of questions, 10 seconds each. Why are most crop plants not able to survive in waterlogged soils? Yes, Daniel.
When I'm in waterlogged soils, the soil becomes so copper that there's no air molecules in the soil for aeration. And also CO2 dissolves in the waterlogged soil to make the soil acidic. That's the plants are...
No. Oxygen becomes displaced and is not available for the crops. That's simple. No need to mention CO2, all those other things. All right. Next one. Which caste of most species of termite lacks pigmentation? Too late. The right answer is the worker. Last one. In the gene locus for eye color in humans, the allele for brown eye is dominant over the allele for blue eyes. If a homozygous brown-eyed boy has a sister with blue eyes, what are the likely phenotypes of the parent's eye color and the zygosity? Both have brown eyes and both are heterozygous. That's the end of the second round. Please keep them covered. Don't turn over until I ask you to, and don't begin until I ask you to. At the end of the second round, Archbishop Porter Girls Senior High School has 9 points. KOFORIDUA SecTech has 12 points. KETA Senior High Technical School has 23 points. We are at the top of round 3. Round 3 has the problem of the day. The problem of the day is a single question to all 3 schools. From the time I ask you to begin, you have 3 minutes in which you can compose a response to the problem of the day. The problem of the day is worth 10 points. Please put your pens down. Now let's turn over our sheets and read the problem of the day together. Problem of the day. 2 metal rods, A and B, of the same diameter but different lengths are welded together to form a smooth shaft. The thermal conductivity of the material of rod A is 40 watts per meter Kelvin, and that for rod B is 80 watts per meter Kelvin. Rod A is 0.20 meters long, and rod B is 0.30 meter long, and both rods have a cross-sectional area of 1.2 times 10 to the power negative 4 meters squared. The free end of A is at 50 degrees Celsius, whereas the free end of B is at 20 degrees Celsius. Assume the rods are insulated so that no thermal energy is lost from the sides of the rods. Find 1. The temperature Tj at the junction between the rods. 2. The rate of flow of thermal energy across the rods. And 3. The temperature gradient across rod A. Contestants, this is your problem of the day. You may now begin.
there's always that one individual so selfless and caring. The world still has caring people. Getting unexpected help is a joy for us. That's why at Prudential Life, we've introduced Ultimate, the no-lapse guarantee on your Premier and Classic farewell plans. The biggest challenge for most clients having a funeral policy is the fact that when they are unable to pay premiums due to financial challenges, the policies elapse and the full benefit falls off. We have introduced the no-lapse guarantee on our funeral plans. This ensures that you don't lose your full benefit during challenging financial moments. Prudential. Always listening, always understanding.
Please stop writing and present your answers. Stop writing. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Ready. Contestants, please pick up your notepads and present your answers on the boards as you have them here. Words for yourselves. What is that? Is that 100 or what? What have you written there? The contestants have presented their answers. Before I award the points, let's look at the suggested solution from our consultants. This is a problem in physics. So we have two metal rods, A and B. They have the same diameter, but they have different lengths. They are welded together to form a smooth shaft. And we are told that the thermal conductivity of the material of rod A is 40 watts per meter Kelvin, or per Kelvin meter. And that for rod B is 80 watts per Kelvin meter. Now, we are told that rod A is 0.20 meters long and B is 0.30 meters long. And they have the same cross-sectional area of 1.2 times 10 to the power negative 4 meters squared. Okay, so the free end of A is at 50 degrees, and then the free end of B is at 20 degrees Celsius. And contestants were to assume that this rod or this shaft is insulated so that there's no heat loss from the sides of the rods. They were to find three things. Let's take them one at a time. The first one is the temperature Tj at the junction between the rods. All right. In order to be able to solve for this, you need to recognize that you have the same heat current that flows through the rods. So both rods have the same heat current flowing through them. So the temperatures at the free surfaces of A and B, we can call those TA and then TB. And then the length of A can be LA, and the length of B can be LB. The cross-sectional area of the rods is the same, and let's call it S. We've actually been given a value for it, but to make life easier, let's use these parameters to do our calculations, then we'll substitute later. So the heat flow rate, which is the same for both rods, will be dq dt, and this is equal to, for rod 1, it will be Ka multiplied by S multiplied by Ta minus Tj, the temperature at the joint, all over La, the length of A. And this has to be equal to that for B. So for B, we'll have Kb multiplied by the same S multiplied by Tj minus Tb, all over Lb, the length for B. If you're able to set this up, 2 points. Okay, so now we need to make Tj the subject of all of this so that we can find the temperature at the joint. So Tj, if you look at those two equations, you set them equal, and you solve for Tj as a subject, you will obtain Ka Lb multiplied by Ta plus Kb La Tb all over Ka Lb plus Kb La. Now we are ready to substitute. By the way, if you get this far, you get about 1 more point. Then you substitute, you will get 40 watts per meter Kelvin multiplied by 0.30 meters multiplied by 50 degrees Celsius plus the 80 watts per meter Kelvin multiplied by 0.20 meter multiplied by 20 degrees Celsius all over. Now you have the 40 watt meter per meter Kelvin multiplied by 0.30 meter plus 80 watt per meter Kelvin multiplied by 0.20 meter. If you are able to sort through all this and substitute correctly, 1 more point, then the final answer from calculating this should be 33 degrees Celsius. 1 point. Now the second part. Contestants were to find the rate of flow of thermal energy across the rods. Okay, so this is dq dt. This is given by the Ka multiplied by S, we are still using the same parameters, multiplied by the change in temperature. So we have Ta minus Tj all over La. Again, we substitute. If you substitute, you should get 40 watts per meter Kelvin multiplied by 1.2 times 10 to the power negative 4 meters squared multiplied by 50 minus 33, because the temperature at the joint is 33. So 50 minus 33 all over 0.20 meter. If you're able to do this, set it up like this, you get 2 points. And then for the final answer, which is 0.41 watts, you get 1 more point. Finally, the third, the temperature gradient across rod A. The temperature gradient across the rod is the temperature at the end, TA, minus the temperature at the joint, TJ, all over the length of A, LA. So we substitute. You get 50 degrees Celsius minus 33 degrees Celsius, all over 0.20 meters. And the final answer for that will be 85 Kelvin per meter. 1 point for process, 1 point for the final answer, for 2 points for this one. Giving a total, now if you look at 1, 2, and 3, the total is 10 points. This was the suggested solution from the consultants. Now contestants, KOFORIDUA SecTech. None of the things you have there is meaningful. I'm giving you 1 point on humanitarian grounds, 1 out of 10. KETA Senior High Technical School, you also had a whole lot of trouble. Very much, I mean, the main thing you did was the third one. Okay, I'm going to give you, 2 points were at stake there, the process and then the final answer. You never got the temperature at the junction. You didn't get that one. And so there's no way you are going to get the final answer right? But at least you knew what to do to calculate a temperature gradient. So I'm giving you 1 point for that. And since I gave a humanitarian point, I'll add that point to you to get you to 2 out of 10. Archbishop Porter. First one, no, that's not right at all. I wish it were that easy to calculate. It's not. You know you had to go through all those steps. So that's not right. For the second part, you at least have a right general formula. If you had actually thought through it, you might have come up with something. But what you are doing there doesn't help. Although the formula for the heat flow, the general one you gave, I'm going to accept that and give you 1 point for it. Then when it comes to the third part, you have, similar to KETA, you have the general idea about calculating for the temperature gradient, although you never got around to getting TJ, so you were not going to get the right answer anyway. So I'm giving you 1 more point, and then there's a humanitarian point that leaves you with 3 out of 10. That's the end of the problem of the day and the end of round 3. You may pick up your notepads. Before we begin the 4th round, KETA Senior High Technical School would like to effect a substitution. Daniel Dadiseshi is leaving us. Please wait. It's been nice having you, Daniel. And Maxwell Adosu is coming on. Come on, Maxwell. You are welcome, Maxwell.
Thank you, madam.
Round 4. In this round, I'm going to be presenting you with statements. When you receive a statement, please consider the statement very carefully and let me know whether it's true or false. If you are right, 2 points. If you are incorrect, you lose a precious point. You may choose not to respond, in which case the statement becomes available to the 2 other schools. A school may ring and attempt an answer. If it's right, 2 full points. If it's wrong, there's a penalty, 1 point. Best wishes to all schools. This time I'm starting with you, KETA. Your statement. The sum of the interior angles of a hexagon is 720 degrees. Maxwell.
It's true.
Yes. The sum of the interior angles of a decagon is 1,440 degrees. Yes, Victoria?
It's true.
Yes. The sum of the interior angles of a septagon is 840 degrees. Felix?
False.
Yes. Iron 3 ions in solution give a very pale yellow precipitate when H2S gases bubble through it. Yes, Maxwell?
That's false.
No, it's a true statement. It's a whitish to yellow precipitate. When H2S gases bubble through a solution of calcium ions, a white gelatinous precipitate is formed. Yes, Victoria?
It's false.
Yes. When dilute ammonia is added to lead 2+ ions in solution, a cream precipitate insoluble in excess is formed. Felix?
False.
Yes. The SI unit of time, the second, is defined in such a manner that there are exactly 60 seconds in 1 minute and exactly 24 hours in a sidereal day. Yes, Maxwell?
It's true.
No, it's a false statement. Both length and time are fundamental physical quantities with units that are members of the set of base units in the SI system. Yes, Victoria?
It's true.
Yes. The SI unit of current, the ampere, is one of the base units in the SI system. Felix?
False.
Oh, that's a true statement. For the next set, I have a preamble to all schools. Indicate whether the following statements are true or false about viviparous organisms. All right, so KETA, a rat is fertilized internally, develops its young, gives live birth, and nurtures its young on milk. Maxwell?
Madam, it's true.
Yes. A female organism lays her eggs in a special sac on the male's belly where they develop until they hatch. Yes, Victoria?
False.
Yes. A female organism produces its young by means of eggs which are hatched within the body of the parent. Felix?
False.
Yes. The binary number 10100 base 2 expressed as a decimal is divisible by 8. Maxwell?
That's true.
No, it's a false statement. The binary number 110000 base 2 expressed as a decimal is divisible by 16. Yes, Victoria?
It's true.
Yes. The binary number 1100 base 2 expressed as a decimal is divisible by 6. Yes, Felix?
True.
Yes. Whereas nylon is a synthetic addition polymer, proteins are naturally occurring condensation polymers. Yes, Maxwell?
That's true, madam.
No, it's not. Both are condensation polymers. Natural rubber is an addition polymer with a carbon backbone. Yes, Victoria?
True.
Yes. Vulcanization of rubber changes it from a soft and sticky material to soft and elastic rubber. Felix?
True.
No. The eccentricity of a closed planetary orbit is the ratio of the apsidal distances of the orbit. Maxwell?
That's false, madam.
Yes. The semi-major axis of a closed planetary orbit equals the arithmetic mean of the apsidal distances. Victoria?
It's true.
Yes. If the apsidal distances for a closed planetary orbit are equal, the eccentricity of the orbit is 0. Felix?
False.
Oh, that's a true statement. Last set of statements, I have a preamble first. Preamble. State if the following function of stroma of chloroplasts are true or false. KETA. Release of high energy electrons upon interaction with photons. Maxwell.
False.
Yes. It manages the chloroplast response to cellular stress. Victoria?
It's true.
Yes. Last statement. Last statement. Responsible for intracellular signaling. Bedu.
True.
Yes. That's the end of the fourth round.
I can conveniently pay for my utility bills, my son's Cartoon Network on DSTV, and renew my internet services package. I can securely send my sweet mother her monthly allowance by simply transferring funds from my bond account into hers. I can also pay the gardener through any of the mobile money platforms available. I can verify if the check to the vendor has cleared. Now let me guess my sister is here at time so I can peacefully go back to sleep. With Bond Mobile app, you can do your banking anywhere. Download the Bond Mobile app on Apple Play Store or Google Play Store today. Bond, your success, our passion.
At the end of the fourth round, KOFORIDUA SecTech has 20 points. Archbishop Porter Girls Senior High School has 28 points. KETA Senior High Technical School has 29 points. This is a close contest which will be decided in the fifth and final round, round 5. In this round, I'm going to be reading out clues. Your objective is to solve the riddle. For an opportunity to solve a riddle, you must ring for it. May I hear your bell, KETA? Thank you. Yours, KOFORIDUA. Thank you. And yours, Archbishop Porter. Thank you. If you solve the riddle on the first clue, 5 points. On the second clue, 4 points. On the third only clue thereafter, 3 points. There are 4 riddles. Best wishes, everyone. I am a term used in fields as varied as mathematics, statistics, botany, earth science, and social sciences. In social sciences, I am used to refer to the grouping of a society into levels based on power or socio-economic status. In archaeology, I am the formation of layers in which objects are found. Yes, Maxwell.
Stratification.
You're right. The rest of the clues. In the field of ecology, I classify the layers of vegetation largely according to the different heights to which their plants grow. In water biology, I am the formation of water layers based on salinity and temperature. In clinical trials, I am the partitioning of subjects by factors other than the intervention. And yes, the right answer is stratification. They solved the riddle on the third clue, 3 points. Next one. I am a number. Not only because my name says so, but also because that is what I am. A number. Yes. Bedu.
Number.
No. I continue. A number and an opening. I am a measure of the light gathering power of an optical device. For a camera lens, I am inversely proportional to F number. Yes, which of you? Maxwell?
Focal power.
No. I continue. For an optical fiber, I am proportional to the sine of the maximum angle of incidence of light that is guided by the core. So who am I? Kwenua?
Wave number.
No. Anyone? You want it for no points? But do you want it for no points? Try. Yes. That's right. So the right answer is numerical aperture. Next one. I am a concept of much use in calculus. I am the basis for a derivative. Part of me is infinite, but that is deceptive. Yes, which of you, Bedu?
Infinite integral.
No. Yes, which of you, Victoria?
Limits.
No. I continue. I am an infinitely small quantity. However, I am never equal to zero. Nevertheless, I approach zero as a limit. So who am I? Maxwell.
Infinitesimal number.
I can't accept it. No, I'm not accepting. Anyone? What is the right answer to this? It's not infinitesimal number. It is simply infinitesimal. Last one. I am a solid substance. Carat is my currency. I am the most. Yes, Badu.
Gold.
You're right. The rest of the clues. I am the most malleable metal ever known. Mankind, especially the fairer ones, are my greatest admirers. I am a transition metal which occurs abundantly in Ghana. Indeed, Galamsey and I are synonymous in Ghana. And yes, it's gold. I had just started reading the third clue. 3 points. That's the end of the 5th round. At the end of the contest, here are the final scores. KOFORIDUA Sectec has 23 points. Archbishop Porter Girls Senior High School has 28 points. KETA Senior High Technical School has 32 points. As we are in the money zone, I have good news. KOFORIDUA Sectec, courtesy of GCB Bank, you will receive a total of 460 Ghana cedis for your 3 contestants and 1 teacher. Archbishop Porter Girls, you will receive a total of 560 Ghana cedis for your 3 contestants and 1 teacher. KETA Senior High Technical School, you will receive a total of 640 Ghana cedis for your 3 contestants and 1 teacher. And in addition to that, Bond Savings and Loans is donating an amount of 500 Ghana cedis to the winning team. All right. KOFORIDUA Sectec, thank you for being here. Best wishes. Archbishop Porter Girls Senior High School, thank you for being here and for giving us a good contest. Unfortunately, we must say goodbye. All the best. KETA Senior High Technical School, congratulations on winning the contest. Please prepare, and I look forward to seeing you in the semi-finals. Viewers, we are still at the quarterfinals. Next time, we'll bring you St. Peter's Senior High School, Wesley Girls High School, and St. Thomas Aquinas Senior High School. Before we leave, I would like to acknowledge that the National Science and Math Quiz is sponsored by the Ghana Education Service through the Conference of Heads of Assisted Secondary Schools. We also have support from GCB Bank, Accra College of Medicine, Medifem Multi-Specialist Hospital and Fertility Center, Lancaster University, Ghana, Academic City College, West African Center for Cell Biology of Infectious Pathogens, WACBIB, Awake Purified Drinking Water, GTP, MFA Jewelry, and Hoti Makeup. The mentorship sessions are sponsored by Bond Savings and Loans and RMG Ghana, and SciTech Fair 2018 was sponsored by GOIL, Prudential Life Insurance Ghana, and Tello Ghana Limited. Our media sponsors are City FM and Joy News. This is a prime time production. Viewers, thank you for joining us for this contest. See you next time. Bye.
Hello. KETA, calm down. Let's finish the presentation. So can we have the team leader for KOFORIDUA Sectec and the 3rd contestant, please join your boys on stage. Please join them on stage. They will receive a total package of 460 Ghana cedis from GCB Bank. Please, let's give them a round of applause. Please. And Nana Kwesi Akwe from GCB will do the presentation to them. So teacher, KSTS, 3rd contestant, KSTS.
When cleaning your vehicle by valeting, steaming, waxing or polishing, make sure the engine is also sound. Servicing your vehicle with Gold synthetic oil and any quality Gold oil massages the engine, removes deposit, protects it from wear and tear for longer lasting performance, and makes your vehicle feel pampered. Made for diesel and super engines. Remember, after every 15,000 kilometers of enjoying your ride, service your engine with Gold synthetic oil.
Gold is a champion. That's why I, Azuma Nelson, 3 times world boxing champion and a patriot, always choose Gold.
Ashene Pankasa. Gold, good energy.